No.
You have any feedback? Do you want to give our gameplay director, Mike Wang?
But the graphics, obviously are where they need to be, and the motions and movements getting better too. So I mean, just keep working on your craft, but you're doing a good job.
Do you want to say anything to Mike Wang? Because we're actually going to have him on the show soon. So do you have anything that
Mike, can I get the logo, please? That's all I want. I've been dreaming it since I was little kids. Let me get a logo.
Anything else game specific?
Maybe a 99.
Okay. You've seen the trailers, you've heard the buzz. Well, today we're getting more NBA 2K22 details straight from the source. Here's gameplay director Mike Wang. I know you want to learn more about NBA 2K22, so here to talk about it is the source himself, gameplay director Mike Wang. Welcome again to 2K TV. Always a pleasure having you on.
It's a great pleasure being here again, Alexis. How are you doing?
I'm doing so well. So we're getting close to launch time, and you've released some details on your blog and social media. So tell us what's going on with NBA 2K22 that you can share with us.
Oh, wow, there's so many things to share, Alexis, and the city got a big rework. On Gen 4, there's a cruise boat. It's crazy. There's just so much going on with gameplay, an all-new defensive mechanic system that feels way better to me. It's a lot more fun, a lot more competitive, and just across the board, so many areas were touched. So I don't know where we want to start, but let's talk about some gameplay maybe.
All right, let's do that. What do you think the community is going to be most excited about with gameplay changes?
It's going to be a hard one to pinpoint. I'm going to say two things, but number one, because this was one of our biggest pillars for gameplay this year, it's going to be defense. And I think that's going to be just perimeter defense, body ups on the floor, movement, and how the players feel just in on-ball defensive stances and on-ball defensive situations. But at the rim, especially, and contesting shots, all that stuff was reworked. We have an all-new block system. It just feels much more rewarding on the defensive end of the floor, just making plays and getting stops. So I think that's going to be the most exciting thing for our community because it's just a much more balanced game and a much more fun game to play. And the second thing I'm going to say is, because this is one of my personal favorites, is going to be dribbling. I think that just all the stuff we've added there with the new combos and the new signature moves, it's just going to be a lot of fun. So if you're a dribble guy, a dribble head, you're going to have a lot to work with this year. What
is Mike Wang most excited about with 2K22 gameplay?
Yeah, and that's, I think just what I alluded to is just the game feels way more balanced, and it makes more sense just in terms of how we're rewarding players if they are doing the right thing on the court. I know it sounds really general and really basic, but a lot of times in the past, sometimes you'd make the right play or do the right thing, but you weren't always rewarded for it. And if we're in 2K22, I feel like that's it's much more just a one-to-one. If you make the right play, you get rewarded. You get the right stops or you score. So just shooting open shots, taking high IQ shots, much more rewarded. It just feels way better to make the right play, get open, knock down those open jumpers. They're so much fun to play with. And Luka too, right? We brought in Luka from OCAP and he gave us his patented step back jumper and his moves, and so the nicest guy and super funny, just a pleasure to work with. So we're so excited that he's our cover guy this year.
And that's awesome. Can you tell us a little bit more about Seasons?
Yeah, so Seasons is going to be, we've had it in the past with my team. And the goal that Eric Benish wanted this year was to really extend the seasons across the entire game. So I'll speak to gameplay because that's my area. What we're doing with Seasons is we're going to try and release content throughout the entire year. So, on day one, we've usually just thrown all the animations at you, all the
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Lakers all decked out as they made their way off the bus and into the arena earlier on. The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Welcome everybody to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers.
Ay, shoutout kay ATG Gaming. Ayun, thank you sa pagbisita.
Joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer
Sige tol,
Los
ATG
Angeles
Gaming.
Lakers. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Kent Bazemore is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Howard in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. And George kicks to Jackson. No good from outside. And here are the Lakers. James looking it over. And he uses the glass on the layup. And we're at the starting gates of a long
Lakas ng
NBA
Lakers.
season. And for a team looking Doris to go all the way, what's most important to establish early?
Well, I think first and foremost, commitment to the collective, meaning are you putting team first? And obviously there's always new faces. Can you integrate those personalities and the basketball skill set, get everyone on the same page? There's so much to be worked out early.
Clock at 4.
Uy!
Here's Westbrook. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I can't imagine the energy expended by Russell Westbrook. Always a threat to score, even when he's getting knocked around.
George with the bounce pass. Here's Leonard. The offensive rebound. And sent back by Howard.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
And it's Davis with the jam.
And all Davis needs is the right positioning. Once he's established, dunking becomes easy.
And the Clippers miss again.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Clippers have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. George passes to Leonard. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Outside for George. It's over Bazemore, and the Clippers miss again. And here are the Lakers. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the night.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
What extraordinary growth for Russell Westbrook coming out of UCLA. This guy is so athletic, perhaps the most athletic guard to play the position.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And no doubt, coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Leonard, and Davis sends it back.
And wingspan, mobility, Davis is basically a shooter's nightmare. One of the great shot blockers in the league. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Westbrook. Jackson misses. Here are the Lakers. 15 points in a row. A good run right now. And finished off by LeBron.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Poked away. Westbrook with it. Guarded now by Jackson. It's Westbrook with the drive. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
George passes to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Here's James, and finished off by LeBron.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten. Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate. Child, please.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical. Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
On offense, here are the Clippers. George, that's a two-pointer, and again, unable to change momentum here.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
And now, let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And read the play perfectly, gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Jackson passes to Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Westbrook.
Well, the craftiness of Russell Westbrook down low. This guy excels at drawing contact close to the basket.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
He makes one of two that time. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Howard.
There's a reason Dwight Howard has so many all defensive
Hey,
teams to his credit. Good night with the block.
To the paint, here's LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
And they have owned the paint so far, and
Hey,
the
Mamsie.
score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Leonard on the wing. The rebound by the Lakers. James has got 4 rebounds in this game.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough. He plays with such an aggressive attitude. Even a sliver of daylight gets him to the rim.
Jackson kicks to Zubats. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season
Hey,
series
Mamsi,
was
shout
between
out
these
to ya.
terrific teams last year.
Both these teams are beneficiaries of tremendous coaching. Both have high hopes for the season. I expect to see a chess match tonight.
The 3 from George. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 6th rebound on the night. And LeBron throws it down.
A history of great finishers in NBA history, but LeBron will top the list before it's all said and done.
George passes to Zubats. And stolen by Bazemore. Now the Lakers on the break. And finished off by LeBron.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And George kicks to Leonard. On the wing, Morris. To end the run, the Clippers again turning it over.
And now look at LeBron James here.
Yan.
Last season, he played outstanding. First in assists, 10th in scoring. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor. An absolute magician with the basket.
Lasan nga natin to para medyo may challenge naman. Nabugbog yung ano.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
And it's good for 2.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
To the inside, stolen by Zubac. Jackson against Bazemore. Jackson dishes to George. Pass to Zubac. And here's Leonard. And here's George for 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And he needed that one to try to regain some confidence. Tough start, just 1 of 9 from the floor.
To the middle. Here. Oh!
My goodness. Listen, we know that LeBron James can score at will, but he is phenomenal at hitting his guys with perfectly placed passes.
There's Jackson with the 3. Rebound the Lakers. Howard's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Davis, the pass to LeBron. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard with the ball. The 3 from George. There it is. Only a second basket. He's missed 8. That's a sad 20%.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Nunn passes to Carmelo. He kicks to Monk. Lakers passing it around. Anthony in the corner. 6 to shoot. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Clippers with the ball. Kennard finds Bledsoe. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And Ibaka can really get up on these lob attempts. Great at finishing strong when he's near the rim.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And part of yet another great Kentucky recruiting class, Monk declared along with De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, 2 other 5-stars. I mean, talk about an NBA factory. That school is always competitive.
The Lakers controlling the game. Now Monk. Anthony right side. Back to Monk. Ariza outside. The shot by Jordan, no good.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
For 3, Bledsoe. Tries again, and Jordan sends it back.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
Pass to Kennard. Bledsoe with it. Just 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
And now the Clippers on the break, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%.
Good on both. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Lakers. The pass to Jordan. Tipped away. It's stolen by Ibaka. It's his first trip to the line.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, there's a length and an intensity that Serge Ibaka brings to the table. And as a solid teammate who contributes on both ends, this is a guy you want on your team. And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And the buzzer sounds, and the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. The Lakers on top, delivering the blowout. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Bledsoe in at the guard position.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard.
Hi, Mamsi.
Kennard goes to Ibaka. That 3 off the mark.
Kamanito, Mamsi.
And the Lakers have possession. Jordan dishes to Monk. And it's Ariza in the corner. Monk, the pass to Jordan. Now Monk, back to Anthony. Batum grabs the miss. Anthony's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Wayne Ellington's checked.
Ano po to? Piko. Basketball, Mamsi. Hindi ka marunong neto, Mamsi. Basketball, Mam.
Just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. The Lakers shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. Ariza no luck. Clippers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Jordan sends it back, and he gets it back.
Ano ginagawa mo?
And it's the Lakers on the break. Passes it to
Ay,
Carmelo.
shit.
It's stolen by Ibaka.
Basketball, Mamsi.
Leonard has it in the
Pang
corner.
paano?
And he
Pampa...
sinks that one, hitting the back of
Pampapawis.
the rim on the way in. Leonard's got 5.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both
Basketball
sides
to,
look
Mamsi.
way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to
Minsan
appreciate
yung
the
basketball
defensive
nilalaro minsan sa...
both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And Bledsoe, here we go. And Eric Bledsoe, a special kind of athlete.
And 3
Good
separate
ball,
knee surgeries in the rear view, but still so fast. His teammates call him.
Musta, Mamsi, yung pakiramdam, Mamsi?
Muscle car might be more accurate.
How about the Kentucky team Eric Bledsoe was a part of? 8 future NBA players, including All-Stars John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins, an incredible group.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. None with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. And here's Anthony for three. And again, no good by the Lakers. Kennard kicks to Bledsoe. Connects from three-point range. Bledsoe's got his third bucket of the night.
And when Bledsoe can make range shots, it sets up the rest of his offense.
Pass to Nunn. The three. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Batum with the steal. Bledsoe outside. His three-pointers off the mark. Lakers leading by 20. Jordan finds Ellington. And here is Anthony, defended by Ibaka.
Bago na naman.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Ellington. They sweep it.
Ano na ba?
And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard with no one around.
Ano na habol din.
Leonard's got 8 points.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
None against Bledsoe. Riza dishes to Jordan. Riza passes to Nunn. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked away.
Ano ba yan?
Batum with the steal. Now the pass to Kennard. And another three for the Clippers.
Yeah, this looks like a three-game shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And so it's Nunn with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. They lead by 14. Down low. Here's Anthony. There's the dish to Jordan. They could use a bucket. The rebound by Ibaka.
Grabe, hindi mo nakakapasok ko.
Ibaka's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's denied. And they'll keep possession. Jordan gets to Ariza. And 2 on the shot. Leonard with the steal. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
It's still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. And then for the Lakers. Davis comes in for Anthony. And James subbed in for Trevor Ariza.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Lakers leading by 11. And the Lakers turn it over again.
Uy.
For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Russell Westbrook comes in for Kendrick Nunn. Here's Jackson. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Jackson's got his first 2 points of the night. James outside. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Nahabol yung 25 ko na lamang
The
ayok.
more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And the Lakers call time here. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the 2nd rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names. And with a merciful bucket, he snaps a terrific run by the Clippers.
A shot by George, wide open from outside, off the mark.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Goes up again. Rebound by the Clippers. Our next game is in San Francisco, so a road game with the Warriors. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Lakers leading by 9. And they double up James. Davis finds James. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The 3 from George. Hits the 3-point bomb. George has got 12 in the game.
Well, the 3-ball has become one of the best attributes that Paul George brings to the table. Great form, great touch.
passes it to LeBron. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control. And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the three ball.
Lakers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
At this point for Dwight Howard in his career, it's about being efficient. I mean, we know he can grab rebounds, play defense. He's just got to stay aggressive and efficient on the offensive end.
And LeBron throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. George passes to Jackson. And again, no good by the Clippers.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The Clippers in second. 4th spot held by the Lakers.
So many second chance opportunities for both of these clubs a season ago, and they really took advantage.
Malik Monk, he's checked in for LeBron. George looking over the floor.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Bazemore on the wing. And Davis throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Talo puta. Habol. Habol ako. Laki na lamang ko puta. Kalahati. Habol. Wait lang. Pasok natin itong mga malalakas nga. Pangit tong auto ano eh, sabi. Talagang mana ano. James.
George passes to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
It's Westbrook with the drive. That one goes. Count it. Davis has got 12
Jeffrey,
in the
shout out
game.
to Jeffrey.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Monk. With the shot. And it's George missing.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Howard finds Bazemore. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Monk. A 3-ball. No good. Shot missing. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Outside Jackson. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Inside, the kick out to Westbrook. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oy, Jeffrey.
And like
Nagpa-PUBG ka ba, Jeffrey?
AD has taken the time to develop all aspects of his game. You have to respect that.
The Lakers have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And he knocks down the first one. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s.
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
Eh, Jeffrey, nag-ano ka ba? Nagpa-PUBG?
The free throw drops for Zubac. And the Clippers making a change here. Bledsoe's checked in. No good on the second free throw. And here's the Lakers. They're on a 14-5 run. Westbrook fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
You must respect the strength of Russell Westbrook. Boy, even when you foul him, he can still finish.
He's had 5 chances at the line, gone 4 for 5. Clippers trail by 17. Pass to Jackson. 1:27 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Zubac, and he banks in the layup. Zubac has got 5 points now this quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
LeBron passes to Davis, and Davis throws it down.
And this guy does it all. Davis is as complete an offensive player as we have in our league.
And Bledsoe, here we go.
Pagod na, pagod na. Energy. Westbrook. James, on time. So, hard. Ito na, attention ni Jordan. Tapos sinasampan na.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Eric Bledsoe. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 15 points per, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris, and it's Kennard in for Jackson. Marc Gasol is checked in for the Lakers.
I don't know how it's possible for a player to keep getting better with age, but as LeBron said, he's like fine wine, baby.
Here's George. Yep, it counts. George has got 16 points.
Boy, I don't think he'll get a screen assist for that pick, but they get the points, and that's all that matters.
Westbrook passes to Davis. Westbrook with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Kicks it out to James. Gasol, that's a two-pointer. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Gasol's got his first 2 points. Clippers trail by 17. Got a piece of it. And stolen by James. Loads it up for Davis. So it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
There's 10 seconds left here in the second. Gasol dishes to Davis. Outside for Gasol. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. There's... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 23 points. Well, with all he's accomplished, we can start to paint a picture amongst the all-time greats. Shaq, where do you have LeBron ranked on your all-time list?
He has to be right near the top.
LeBron's a top 10 player. Maybe he's a top.
And it's just about time.
And as we dive into the second.
Ya, fue.
We'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Russell Westbrook out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. To the inside, Morris trying to free himself up.
Don't you love the awareness that Paul George brings to the table on a night-by-night basis? How about that pass?
James outside. Westbrook against Jackson. The baseline J. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Clippers trail by 18. George fires. Kept alive. A second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Leonard. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
Well, an all-star willing to do all kinds of dirty work on the offensive end. Kawhi mixing it up.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. George passes to Zubac. Kicks it to Leonard. The pass to George. Now here's Jackson. Clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Leonard, no luck. Lakers leading by 18. Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
You could see it in LeBron's eyes. He will not be denied on that drive.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
And James throws it down hard.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
18 feet out, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 12 points for him.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Jordan finds Westbrook. Lakers working the ball around now. Outside Jordan to the paint, and James throws it down.
Timeout.
What a pretty... Look, DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
And the Clippers call time here. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
And Jordan has it in the corner. And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson's got the ball and finished off by Leonard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has zero fear. In fact, contact, it doesn't deter him at all.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
George passes to Leonard. Davis with it. Guarded now by Morris. Here's James. The shot from the low post is good. LeBron's got 34.
LeBron just shrugs off any and all contact when he has a good look at the rim like that.
A step-back shot here. Jackson misses.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
George with the ball. He's got 16. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. In third, the Lakers. 5th, the Clippers.
And these are two teams that excel at punishing opponents for their mistakes. I mean, they certainly did that last season.
And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. The Lakers also changing it up. Trevor Ariza's checked in for LeBron. And Ellington is subbed in for Kent Bazemore. The Clippers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And here's George for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 19 points.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
From down low, again the Lakers.
I don't know a person who couldn't admire the passion and the energy and the ferocity with which Russell Westbrook plays night after night after night.
Leonard draws the double. Takes a shot at the elbow and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Westbrook gets to Ariza. They get it back. Jordan dishes to Ellington. Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down.
How fast does Russell Westbrook get off the ground, defender? You're in trouble.
Clippers have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. And the Clippers call time here. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Lakers. Here's Jackson, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Ariza no luck.
And what a struggle it has been yet to convert a single shot from the field.
Jackson misses.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
I think it's the... gritty nature of Serge Ibaka's game that earns him these calls. You've got to be careful how you guard him.
For the Clippers, Luke Kennard comes in for George. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Lakers also with a sub. Marc Gasol is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Bledsoe against Rondo. Feeds it to Gasol. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Bledsoe against Rondo. Bledsoe kicks to Ibaka. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, you love how Ibaka goes right up with the shot. Doesn't hesitate for a second off the catch.
Left side Rondo. Davis through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there. Up top, Bledsoe. Ariza covering. Leonard trying to break free. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Well, Eric Bledsoe, one of those guys that is so difficult to contain in the dribble drive situation.
Rondo passes to Ariza. Here's Davis. Here's Gasol, and that one. Clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Gasol. How he did last season. He was around 7 points a game last year, 6 rebounds and 3 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
And the Lakers making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Rondo drives in, makes it off the glass.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Passes to Leonard. Fades and shoots. Another one falls for the Clippers.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Gasol finds Ellington. Lakers passing it around. Gasol passes to Anthony. Ariza against Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Anthony. Shoots over Batum. Anthony's shot is off.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. Anthony down low, defended by Batum. Ellington kicks to Anthony. 5 on the clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Anthony's got 6.
Well, a strong finish there by Melo. He just powers it right past the D.
Bledsoe dishes to Leonard. A 3. The Lakers with the rebound.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
And here's Kennard. He's got 5. A wide open look here for Ibaka. No good on the 3. Lakers leading by 20. Down low. Anthony's shot is off.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Pass to Bledsoe. He feeds it to Batum. And Gasol. Sends it back.
What defensive instincts. What timing by Marc Gasol. Nice.
Oy, Lin. Thank you, Lin, sa star.
Some changes.
Naka pala, Lin.
In for Marc Gasol. And James subbed in for Trevor Ariza.
Lin, ang malaki. Ang malaki ang... malaki ang...
Shot clock at 6.
Basta malaki.
The Clippers miss again.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
LeBron outside. He kicks it to Ellington. And the 3 off target. Clippers trail by 20. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Ibaka, the pass to Kennard. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers.
Marcus Morris.
Lakers leading by 20. Timeout called the Lakers.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
LeBron with it. Guarded now by Morris. LeBron against Morris. LeBron is doubled. And a wide open look for Rondo. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Batum. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Anthony. LeBron dishes to Howard. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
Boy, guys, the powerful physical frame of Dwight Howard, so problematic for a defense.
A 3 from Morris. Buries it from three-point range. Morris has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Well, how about a multi-time champion and a multi-time MVP, and LeBron James continues to dominate. It truly is special to watch.
Ibaka finds Morris. Gets an open look and hits. Morris has got 5 points now this quarter. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. It's an 18-point game. Anthony, the pass to James. To the middle. Morris against Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked loose. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Can't nail the jumper.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles.
Service block. Balik. Masih.
Angeles Lakers. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double. And there's nowhere to go but up for him. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Bledsoe. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Morris in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Off target on the 15-footer.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Lakers leading by 18. Ellington kicks to LeBron. Back to Ellington. Good, and the assist goes to James. Ellington's got his first bucket in this one.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
Westbrook against Jackson. Near the 3-point line, it's Morris. The Clippers rebound. Zubac against Howard. Here's Morris. Good D by LeBron. Well, the pandemic impacting earnings all over the NBA, Doris. The pain is felt, we think, most keenly by small market teams.
Across the board, Kevin, there are economic realities that the pandemic has forced NBA teams to look at. But always those small market teams depend on revenue sharing to compete. So now attendance is compromised and their ledger is affected even more. This is going to be interesting to see how this affects roster composition. Boy, we've got a lot of questions to be answered.
Outside, Batum. No good with the triple. Lakers leading by 22. James, the pass to Carmelo.
You know, power and finesse, that is the essence of Carmelo Anthony's offensive brilliance.
The Clippers have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Here's Zubac, and it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
I'll tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked: confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best one.
Outside Anthony. Back to Westbrook. The pass to Howard. They double team Howard. No good from 11 feet. The Clippers shooting 40% from the field. Here's Batum and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Westbrook with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Zubac finds Jackson. Here's Batum. 6 to shoot. Pass to Jackson. Over Westbrook. Jackson misses.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
And the dunk by Westbrook.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Outside, George. On the wing, Morris. And the Clippers miss again. Lakers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's Westbrook, and he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook, the rim. My goodness, how you feeling?
Jackson passes to George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Some changes for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Wayne Ellington. And Zubac picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Lakers. Westbrook passes to Howard. Stolen by Zubac. Here's man from deep. Johnson. No good on that one. In the corner, it's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And remember, Davis played point guard in high school, showing off the vision there with that nice dime.
The Clippers shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. And it's Johnson penetrating. It's good. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. A nice shot by Winslow. Lakers leading by 23. Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Westbrook dishes to Howard. Double team on Westbrook. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Trying to get open is Davis. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in. Davis has got 24.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Preston. There's the triple. And the three. Ball is good.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And the Lakers call time here. Right now, we're seeing more athletes willing to talk about mental challenges, be it depression or anxiety. And you know, Doris, the NBA is no exception. How encouraging do you find that?
Well, I think that whether NBA players or professional athletes in any sport know it or not, they are looked to as examples, as role models. And so I think everybody wins in this situation, Kevin. The players, the fans themselves, many of whom are dealing with the similar challenges. So, listen, life is not easy. Wherever you can get help, go and take it. I love this initiative from the NBA.
LeBron, he's checked in for the Lakers. Clippers on defense. Westbrook kicks to LeBron.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And here's Leonard from three. Offensive rebound. Here's Zubac. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. James finds Davis, and a wide open look for Howard. And the Lakers with another miss. And there's the call on Howard. And that'll be his third foul so far. Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubac.
Marcus Morris.
Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 12-4 run. George, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by LeBron. Lakers leading by 20. Stolen by George. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball. Morris passes to George. Back to Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Westbrook dishes to LeBron. Trying to get open is Davis. And the dunk by LeBron.
Well, I'm not sure there's a more intimidating sight in basketball than watching LeBron on the move.
Bazemore against George. Morris trying to free himself up. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball. And we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I'll tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. But you go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot. I think, listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Back to Westbrook. Lobbed up there for Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
That's about communication between teammates. Dwight Howard, high flying as ever.
Clippers shooting here in the fourth quarter, around 41%. Pass to Leonard. Over James, and it's Leonard missing. Lakers leading by 22. Deflects the pass. Now Jackson. Kicks it to Ibaka. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. Good on the second free throw.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Here's James. They get it again. Westbrook kicks it to Bazemore. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here. This half, all those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead. Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And the Lakers making a change here. Gasol's checked in. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Fires from the line. Trying to get open is Bazemore. Offensive rebound. And here's Leonard from three. And another three for the Clippers.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
that's
tournament
a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
There's Jackson with the three. Gasol with the rebound. Lakers leading by 22.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this four-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LeBron.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And he gets the bucket.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
George with the bucket.
4 gorgeous. That pull-up jumper is simply gorgeous. Paul George rises above everyone.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.